Hi friends, welcome back to Gigi's Kitchen Diary. I'm Juliana if you're new here, and today we're canning. Today we're making and canning chicken broth. If you'd like to see how, stick around. My base for the chicken soup is always onions, carrots, celery, parsnip, bell pepper, and garlic. I also like to add parsley and celery root, but I didn't find any celery root this time around at the grocery store, so I just added extra celery. You can use any part of the chicken. If you have in your freezer drumsticks, wings, chicken breast, make sure it's bone in and skin on. That gives extra flavor, but today I had Cornish hens in my freezer, so I used that. In a minute, you're gonna see the seasoning I use. It's called Vegeta, and it's an all-purpose seasoning, and you can find it at any international store. It has all the vegetables in powder form, and I use it in almost everything. So I'm going to let this go all night, and I'm going to set the temperature on 225 degrees. I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning, it's the next day, and it smells incredible in here. The whole house is permeated with this chicken broth. It smells so good. Let's get started on canning. Over here, I'm picking out the chicken, carrots, and parsnips. And with those, I like to make a chicken salad. And all the rest I'm gonna let cool, and those are gonna be for the chickens. To get a super clear broth, I like to use cheesecloth. When you pressure can, you don't have to sanitize your jars, but I do like to give them a good wipe down with really, really hot water. When you can anything, you want to make sure that you get most of the fat off of the food you're preserving. That is going to ensure a good seal, because in the canning process, the air siphons out, and some of the liquid in the food that you're canning also siphons out if you overfill it too much. For chicken broth, you need to leave 1 inch of headspace. I'm wiping the rims of the jars with vinegar, again, to ensure a proper seal. I'm wiping off all the fat from the broth that might have gotten on top of the rims. I'm just double checking to make sure that all of the jars are finger tight. But do not forget to leave this to vent. And then once, it's gonna tell you when to turn it to can, which is this right here. But for right now, you let it vent. And as soon as it's ready, you just turn this little knob over here to can, push the button, and you're all set. We got the first batch inside the pressure canner. I'm gonna go ahead and switch these out once those are done. I just wanna say, make sure you follow the directions on your manual. Canning is not hard at all, especially if you have a canner like this one. I'm still new to canning and I love it. I'm hooked. I wanna can all the time. I wanna experiment with different foods, see how they turn out. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the kitchen while I wait for round number 2, and I'll see you once I finish. We already filled the jars. They're in, ready to go. Once I get the top off, I let them sit 5 minutes just to make sure that they cool off a little bit before I take them out. I'm not sure why they came out foggy, but that's okay. I give them a good wipe down, take the rims off, label them, and store them. Let me know what you guys would like to see me can next. And we are done. You can use this to make chicken pot pie, homemade chicken noodle soup, or any recipe that calls for chicken broth. You know what you put in it, and you know it's gonna taste the best. If you'd like to see more of me canning, cooking, baking, please consider subscribing. And if you like today's project, let me know. Thank you for spending time with me in my kitchen here at Gigi's Kitchen Diary. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye, friends. That's a good sign. That's a good sign.